All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 14. We've waited.
Yep.
We've waited
so long.
Yep, it feels like it's been a while. Been a while, but
it's been a minute.
Been a hot week.
Yep.
And we had to wait a bit. We did not watch any, half-assed,
This is Attack on Titan. Only the finest of experiences possible.
Exactly.
If we finally realize what Zeke's secret ass-wiping technique is, we will get it on full display without interruption.
Exactly. We have right now, though, the boy, the man, the myth,
the legend
himself showing up. Yo. And let's talk.
Yeah.
I have waited for this. I have waited a while for this because all the times that they've been talking has been in flashbacks in season 4.
And the whole thing that we've wanted to see
them talk.
Right.
But no, we're going to have them talk a la episode 5 style where it's yo, Reiner and we just have a Falco just in the background, just no big deal. What have I done? What have I done? But now instead we have a Gabby being like, what the fuck, what the.
Like basically the most conversation we've actually gotten between Eren and Armin and Mikasa, as far as I recall, is Mikasa saying, Eren, come home. Like,
I mean, no, there was the part at the shooting range.
No. Sorry, of present time.
Of present time.
Present time.
Yes,
you know.
That's true.
So it's like, I need to talk.
I need to talk. This needs to happen. For this one, guys, we will not be having a code for comments at the end of it, but we will be going through the comments that got featured through the selection bit.
Exactly.
The last one there. First one coming in from Stroll Knopf. Eren, hey, let's talk. Don't mind my hand. Declaration of War flashback intensifies.
Yep. Basically, just think about it for a second. With how this is being set up, Eren is at the very least treating them. Now, granted, he is actually talking to them. He did come here specifically to talk to them, it seemed like. But he is treating them in the same fashion that he treated Reiner.
Yeah. The armored titan.
Yeah. The one who,
It's almost like he's saying, hey, Armin, don't transform. Don't do anything here.
No, what he does is he goes up to Gabby and he says, I'm the attack titan and he's the colossal titan.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god! I mean, she knows who this is. Yeah. Next comment's coming from Jenna Kunanan. I believe that Isayama did an astounding job with expanding Sasha's overall impact, and I appreciate how it doesn't feel forcibly dragged out just for the melancholy from her loss. I agree. Just in this episode alone, we get to see Gabby's anger, remorse, and how much she felt dazed by Mr. Browse's tranquility, intellect, and maturity, most especially as a father. Yes, as a father. I respect his strong passion for keeping the youngins out of the forest while the adults shoulder the sins of the past, because history can repeat itself unless its sins are confronted. In fact, it almost always repeats itself, sometimes even when the sins are confronted.
Yep, but
because in every age, the deeds of men, remain the same.
Right, but confronting the sins of the past is a great place to start, because then you've got a shot.
Exactly. Also, Mr. Browse disagrees with punishing Gabby, and this vividly shows how broken the natural system of justice can be, since in real life, it'll always be a matter of hunt or be hunted, and how two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah, very true. He understands that people fight their own wars for their own reasons because they're free to have individual goals, and it's usually to survive and live long enough to preserve their own beliefs. This is the part that is really upsetting about, upsetting to a lot of the idealists in every age of humanity, is that when it comes down to it, a lot of people just end up being scared and selfish because they just want to keep on going.
Right, and they believe that their ideals, their way of life is the right one. So that why think about
anything?
Why change anything? Why think about the fact that other people also believe the same thing and might have just as much evidence to support, their beliefs.
As a hunter, he understands both the benefits and detriments of hunting, since the death of something always leads to the flourishing of another. Now, that's something that is, I would say, an
interpretation.
It is an interpretation, and using the word always in general lends to be a case where there's some.
It's his perspective. It's the life he's lived. But
it fits in with his philosophy. In this case, Sasha's death is slowly leading to Gabby's enlightenment of Parady's history and current status. Yeah, and Gabby's development over the course of the story towards being enlightened in that regard is kind of what season 4 is all about. Is that she's the perfect example of what Marley's been creating by pushing their ideologies onto the Eldians, and Gabby just needs to let it go.
Yeah, but you know, she's taken it so deep into who she is that she kind of has to be broken in order for that to happen. And
she needs to be
breaking is never comfortable.
Yeah.
Right, hitting rock bottom is not something that just happens in a nice, fancy, poetic way.
I mean, it's not painless.
Right, exactly,
Artificial flavors saying, let's talk. People can dislike him for his abrasive attitude, but Floch is a goddamn champion. He went from that other kid in the Scouts to second in command to a literal god on Earth taking control of the island in preparation for a war against the world. He's 100% stayed true to his convictions no matter what. Erwin or Eren, he's always believed a devil that's able to make the impossible decisions, and the sacrifices those choices demand is needed to see anything through to the end, and he's ride or die for life. Now, it's rough because we don't spend that much time with Floch in between, because we have a time skip. So the one thing that's, I would say, I very much agree with this, is that to have his character be consistent across the time skip means that that moment where the charge happened and he survived and dragged Erwin's broken body back was cementing who he was.
Right. That is a traumatic event right there that will very much reduce your perspective on things to something very simple and straightforward, and then it will become very, very solid.
Yeah. So in that respect, Floch, I would say also
Floch the Rock.
Well, yeah, but I would say Floch was also simplified, and any development that he was maybe set up to have from that traumatic event was basically just kind of like, well, to keep it from being too confusing as to how you got from here to there, so we don't waste time focusing on you when we'd rather focus on, let's be real, Eren, Armin, Mikasa, Jean,
yes, he is
Connie,
very much a side character.
Sasha. Did I say Sasha twice? I meant to say Jean, but anyway, the point is that it's something where I understand why we couldn't get focus on him to see how he changed, but I also very much appreciate the simple thorn in the Scouts' kind of structure that kind of
has a big effect.
Yeah, that broke a hole in the armor of everything.
Right. Well, because when you see something like the Beast Titan shredding the whole Scouts, like all around you, and you're the one person who survives, it'd be kind of hard to not go into a mentality of black and white and, like your beliefs, you hold to them with absolute abandon, because...
Yeah. It is something, though, where I would like to see, at some point, a little bit of maybe some Yelena, Floch,
that'd be a fun conversation.
Just the people who are with the Jaegerists, or what would be the Zeke equivalent, even though they're definitely kind of working together in a lot of ways. That would be very cool.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you very much for the comments. I am frothing at the mouth here for more Attack on Titan. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. There it is. Yeah. Let's just do this.
I've waited for this.
Oh my god.
I've waited for this.
I want them to talk. I want them to get real and raw and just bring it all out.
Be vulnerable and get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah, let's bring it all up. Come on. It's complicated. Come on. Bring it up. Oh.
Such a statement.
He's not convincing himself. He's just saying it matter-of-factly.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh. Look at his eyes, man. Look at his eyes.
Yep. Going all the way back to
Yeah. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god! Oh! Paz, man.
それは本当にお前の意志か。何を？記憶が人を形成するのなら。
Yeah.
お前の
Yeah.
デリケートになっちまったんだ。
Right, right.
敵国兵に恋心を抱く。敵国兵に。あの時お前は死に直面する極限状態の中で俺の命令を聞いて。
Wait, what?
戦えと。
Whoa!
その瞬間、お前の本能
Whoa!
偶然俺を護衛すべき宿主だと錯覚した。
Holy shit! Oh, Mikasa!
あなただから、エレンだから、私は強くなれた。それはあなただから。
Oh,
力に目
whoa.
覚めたアッカーマンは突発性の頭痛を起こすことがよく
Oh, why am I remembering this now?
本来の自分が宿主の護衛を強いられることに抵抗を覚えることで生じる。
Oh.
心当たりは
Oh. Oh, Mikasa!
ない。
要する
She's like, no, I am free.
私は
本来の自分を失いただ命令に従うためだけに作られた一族。
Oh.
奴隷だ。
やめろ、エレン。
Oh, this is
この世
cruel.
で一番嫌いなものがわかるか。不自由なやつだよ。
Oh no! Oh no! This is not the way it's supposed to go. Come on!
ムカしてしょうがなかった。
Oh!
理由がやっとわかったよ。何の疑問も抱かずただ。
Oh! Come on, man! Come on! Come on!
俺はガキの頃からずっ
Come
と。
on, man!
ミカサ。
Oh, that's just me. Now you're trying to manipulate her. That's just cruel. Oh my god! Whoa! Oh! Oh! She protected him! Wow!
の血が反応するままに生きてきた。お前はただそれだけだ。
Oh! Jeez! Way to fucking go, Armin! Wow! Oh! Oh! Whoa! 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 It's animation!
お前とは昔から
Oh!
喧嘩したことなかったよな。
They're both titans
わ
too.
かるか。
Oh my god! Oh! Oh! No! No! Wait! Come on, man! No!
お
No!
前と俺じゃ喧嘩になんねえからだよ。
Is that it? Yeah! Yeah!
Great
You have nothing else?
conversation.
つけることが君の求めた自由か。
読書は楽しいか。面白いよ。7回も読んだ割には。
Oh!
の会話が気になって集中できない。
Really? 7
7
times?
回も読んだ本に熱中しろってか。
Wait.
ところでワインはもう残ってないのか。一月もここにいるんだぞ。一滴も残ってねえよ。まったく。
Oh
ひでえ拷
no.
問を考えるもんだ。
Oh no. Is this it? He put down the book. Wait! Wait! He's just running? He's just
technique.
Wait! What? What? The thing! I can't! Oh, well, shit! Oh, shit! Alright! All of them. Let's go! Oh my god! 30 troops! Levi, it's just the story of your life, isn't it? Just watching
basically.
everyone die around him.
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
Wow.
なんだ今の。一瞬体がしびれて。
Oh! Whoa!
私はなんと。
They were in range? Holy crap! Go get him, Levi! You're gonna have to let them be. They're not gonna be a threat with these trees, but Zeke, you get him. Wow. Wow.
紅茶があるだろ。
We have
Tea,
tea.
it's fine.
Oh.
はい。動きが普通じゃね
Yeah, just go to another tree. Just go to another tree. What the hell? Okay, Beyblade time. Let's go. Oh, he can
Yeah.
recognize their faces. Oh. Oh my god.
え。まだ
God. And he's got to kill them all. Yeah. For their sake.
No regrets.
Yep, no regrets. They're carrying him. They're carrying him.
Yep.
He doesn't even need to transform.
Nope.
Oh my God.
Why use that now?
Oh, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Ah, damn it! Why are you gonna do that? Come on, give it to me! Give it to me! Ah! Come on! Oh. Okay, remember where when we're supposed to meet. So Shiganshin is where they're meeting. But here comes Levi!
Yep.
Oh! Oh, get him, Levi! Oh, his music! Humanity's strongest warrior!
Yeah, let's see it!
Oh! Oh my God! So he's hardened that part of him, okay. Okay. God, he's just soaked in the blood. The fact that it's not coming off of him in steam, you know? Oh!
Mess with his peripheral vision.
Too many things moving!
Yep, and maybe behind one of them is your doom.
Oh my God, let's go!
Yeah!
Let's go! Woo! Oh my God! Oh my God! Get absolutely wrecked, Zeke! Oh! Oh my God! Why not? To give him to another. Oh my God! Ah!
イエーガー派とか言われている我々がこれより我々の指示に従い動いてもらいます。
銃口でも向けない限り貴様らのような小便小僧など誰も相手にしないと考えているの
Don't
な
ever change Shadows.
それは確か
これからは
Oh yeah, speaking to them.
君たちの時代だ。
Yeah.
我々イエーガー派は現在滅亡の危機にあるエルディアを救うた
Okay,
めに
this is Floch's time
心臓を捧
here.
げると誓った。
Wow.
この古い兵団組織のためではなく、この島に住む民のためにだ。エルディアの未来のために心臓を捧げます。
Wow.
君たちの覚悟を見せてもらう。
Alright.
シャーディス教官を足腰立たなくなるまで痛めつけろ。
Oh my God.
これこそが我々が淘汰すべき悪臭そのものだ。粛清してみせよ。それができない者は牢屋に入ってもらう。いい加減に
Jeez.
しろフロック。
Yeah.
バカな真似はよして。
ハンズひよっこどもが何人かかってきたところで相手になら
You'll have to use those guns. Oh. Shit.
I'm
Oh.
showing it.
Oh shit.
よくやった。
Oh.
君たち全員を歓迎しよう。
Oh my God. Wait, does he have a thunder spear in his body? Oh my God.
動いたらお前は腹から爆発して少なくとも2つになるだろう。
That's so metal.
Yep.
こうなると死なねえって演技だな。
So Eren's and Zeke's plan, whatever it is, it can't work. Like,
Yeah, need both of them together.
てめえがゲロクソまみれで泣きわめくのも全て計画通りか。
wow. Holy shit.
こうやって切っておかねえとてめえが巨人になってしまうだろうが。
Oh my God. Levi.
Yeah. He's been waiting a long time for this.
知るかよもうお前にメガネなんか必要ねえよ
Savagery indeed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
いいぞジークいい球を投げるようになったな
Who's this? It's not his
将来
dad.
野球選手になるか
Those glasses.
ダメだよ草葉さん
Sava?
僕には
Sava?
使命があるから
Oh. Oh, okay. Zeke backstory incoming. Oh.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I'm so excited. We're getting another episode right after
I know,
this.
right? Like,
oh
the
my
fact
god.
that we had to wait an extra week for this one, it's like, oh my god. But then the fact that
Oh my
we get one
god.
immediately
Just-
after. Can you imagine waiting for a week on that? With everything that Eren said to Mikasa and Armin? Like,
Like, I have to sit just on the table conversation alone just for a bit, just to process it. But then the fact that Levi not only like had to deal with that whole ambush situation, but that he won.
He won.
Of course he did.
Zeke's ass.
Like he destroyed him. That was wonderful. Because I just gotta say, like, I would have been really disappointed if Levi, for some reason, like, couldn't catch up to Zeke or whatever. I mean, like, no. Don't give me like he runs out of gas kind of situation. No.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, fam.
Okay. But them going to Shiganshina and then Zeke being like, I hope you remember where and when we plan to meet up,
Right.
means that when they had their conversation as brother and brother in Liberio, they set things up.
Right.
They came to an agreement.
Yep.
So we really, really need to know what that's leading up to. So, oh my god.
I have waited so long for us to get to this moment. Like when they introduced the whole idea of like, oh yeah, Zeke going to his nice hotel in the woods and things like that, and every time that, you know, Armin and Mikasa were like, oh, we need to talk to Eren, right? And I'm like,
The funny thing is that my things I want to talk about are all like based on things that like kind of didn't happen, but were like hinted at.
oh, like the whole idea of like Zeke backstory and like showing Eren and Zeke talking, and it's like, but wait, what did they talk about?
So confirmation in many ways that Zeke has been like on a
Everything
mission.
that has transpired is done so according to
Yeah,
my
Zeke
design.
has been pushing for something for a while.
Yep.
And it could be just what he told them. Like what he told the people of Parody and stuff.
Oh,
Is that he is trying to find a solution to the problem of the Eldians in general.
Right.
And there are ways in which that naturally make sense within the confines of what the founding Titans' power could do if Eren and him were allied up and
right.
given
Given that he's not
time
on
together.
the side of Marley and everything and helped orchestrate this thing for Eldia to be at war with the world,
Yeah.
that probably has something to do with it.
Right, but nothing crazy necessarily happened in Liberio to where they basically like you know, enacted the final stage of their plan there. The stuff that happened in Liberio had to be more prep.
Right. And
Which means in some ways, well, I think I'm bang on right that Eren is operating based on just info that is beyond this.
Okay.
Like he and Zeke basically broke the rules just in some way, shape, or manner that goes beyond time, space, and all that.
Gotcha.
With the founding Titans' abilities.
Well, and the thing, one of the things that I do like that they sort of showed is when they were having their conversation, they weren't like next to each other. Like they were tossing the ball back and forth. Like, you know, it's
right. That's probably where the conversation needed to happen before they used the power.
Sure, they come to some understanding and then
Right. But the thing is I think that we are getting more and more hints that Eren is the one actually pulling the lion's share of the wagon here. If he and Zeke are two horses pulling the cart, basically,
Eren is still the driver. Like
Eren is the driver.
Like, since he has the founding Titan, he actually gets to Like when he punched,
he is holding the reins of the horses.
Right, when he punched the Smiling Titan's hand, the Smiling Titan didn't decide what to do. Right, it was Eren's intent.
Exactly. In a lot of ways, it feels like Zeke is the cart. Like Zeke is basically the bit that is the vehicle upon which the horses can actually do more than just be ridden. But Eren is the one that has the reins, which means that if they used the Founding Titan's power, that what it came down to was that Zeke was either at the very least like saying, this is what my plan is. This is what I think we should do. Will you do this with me? And then Eren probably had conditions. Eren probably had things
I still need to see if the world will actually go to war to exterminate all the aliens and things like that.
Yeah, it has to come back to, in a lot of ways, what that moment was with the declaration of war with Willie Tybur, Reiner.
And that was...
and Eren and Falco all being the kind of the main characters in that moment.
And that was probably the final condition of like, well, you know, they clearly reached some kind of understanding, and then it's the, okay, I'm still going to live under the roofs and eat the food and
not necessarily. Because at the very least, what could have happened there is instead of going through all this obfuscation with Zeke and stuff, is that Eren could have basically screwed off with Zeke immediately. Zeke could have never come back here. And they could have basically just gone and used the power at some point. So all this means that there is something more that Eren wants to gain out of this beyond just the utilizing of the power towards whatever end. If it's a rumbling, if it's some kind of memory related thing, or some combination of the two.
They did still need the attack to go down though on Marley. Which seems kind of trivial in comparison to like the whole idea of what you could potentially do with paths and whatnot. But
well, that's the thing is I don't think it necessarily needed to. What I think this means, 100%, is that Eren is not just an enemy of humanity. Like this is not something where it's just going to lead
he's not going to turn into some cackling villain that's like I'm going to destroy everything.
Right, exactly. There is an ultimate end goal that will leave humanity better in some way. And however, a lot of people might die before that moment happens.
And if anything, that's probably the reasoning behind when he went to Mikasa and Armin, the first thing he said was, I am free.
I am free.
Which is kind of
he basically saw the end.
Well, he's addressing the concern that they have and that us viewers have of like, that he's being manipulated.
And he's like, don't worry, and I'm of course, not being manipulated.
The problem is that no one who's being manipulated, some people do in the case of coercion and things like that.
Exactly.
But most of the time, certainly in the case with Eren, it wouldn't be coercion because how could you coerce him, right? Like that's,
Well,
I mean,
what you could do is you could trick him.
Right, and in that case, he wouldn't know that he's being manipulated, hence the concern and all that stuff. But then on top of that, the things that he's saying after he says, I am free, feels like, again, he's a completely different person. So it's this can't be true because
I would say the main reason as to why he could say that with confidence, and he's not trying to convince himself. Sometimes people, when they feel like they're in a situation where they're not 100% confident in it, they say things like that to convince themselves that they are what they say they are.
Right, and if anything, the convince himself was probably when he was in the mirror saying, Tatakai, Tatakai. Because he's the only one there. He's looking at himself in the mirror. He is literally saying it to himself.
100%.
Whereas in this situation, it's like, okay, and like, so when I got to this point in the manga, right, I was pissed. I was
because of the Armin moment.
Well, yeah,
and like, Mikasa
and Mikasa. Like I was cheering for Armin when he punched him. And I was,
my god!
Because this entire time up till now in the manga, I was like, okay, I feel like something's off. Like Eren's doing a lot of things that make him seem like the bad guy, but at the same time, there's this part of me that wonders, right? It's like that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
And my thing,
I'm trying to be a little bit more certain than just wondering.
Right, and my thing at this point is that when they had this conversation, like you mentioned in the reaction, it really seemed to start to get into not just sort of, I'm going to tell you some facts that hurt, versus I'm actually going to start getting antagonistic and specifically saying things just to hurt you. Right,
it's the repetition. It's when you're trying to drive the point home, which means that Eren hasn't gotten the reaction yet that he wanted.
And if the reaction that he wants is for them to be hurt, then that gives me doubt of this all has some good plan behind it or whatever, right?
Right.
Like, there's
Right.
like so
The part
Yeah.
where I get like really excited about this is Levi might have screwed everything up for Eren and
Potentially.
Zeke.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
where things can get
yeah.
really
Like-
cool, because if Eren and Zeke have a plan where they've they've
I mean,
full
30
like
Titans will be enough
orchestrated
to
things.
let you get away.
Well,
Like,
well,
yeah.
not
of
even
course, yeah.
necessarily that. Just the idea that Eren and Zeke might have used the Founding Titans' powers and done
Okay.
some really crazy shit, just in general.
All right.
Well, if they have a plan as to when and where they need to be, that's pretty easy. You don't need to have any kind of paths shenanigans in order
Sure.
to set that up. You just kind of say,
Be here at this point.
be
and-
here at this point, this time, and stuff. But there's a couple things that you're almost under the assumption of, based on that, in that those kinds of timing things. That's where I think it gets a little bit funky. Is that some of the things that I feel like were leading up to this, Eren just feels too confident. The fact that he shows up at the exact place where
like,
they're at.
Like, what if the place they had taken Zeke was like in the opposite direction of Shiganshina, just randomly? And
Yeah,
then it's like, well,
exactly.
it's going to take you
It takes him
3
too
weeks,
long.
To get over here. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There are certain logistical things that are too improbable for there not to be some
Okay.
things affected by the Founding Titans' power
Gotcha.
for setting this up. Now, the fact that Levi just is chopping up Zeke's
like,
limbs and
we
be
have
like,
wanted to see
"Nah,
this.
Nah, man.
Just shoot. Like,
Like this is literally what we were like. Why are you like stopping just because you have the blade in his mouth? Keep chopping, man.
yeah.
Like just
go for it.
Yeah.
Have a heyday.
He's
Like-
gonna be fine. Just
and
don't,
it'll make you feel a bit better.
Just don't sever his head from his spine.
Right. Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
It's
You're
the
good.
the Attack on Titan isn't afraid of getting dark when it wants to, right? But with
Or just
certain
violent,
or
yeah.
violent, yeah,
violent,
we'll
yeah.
say that. But
Yeah.
but with anytime you deal with beings that get close to being immortal, it's like, well, that suddenly a lot more things are on the table from a technical perspective that
Oh
could
my
be
God.
done.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh god, my brain is just freaking out right now. But the amount of pain that I was in just experiencing Mikasa and Armin just watching their friend just completely, almost, I would say entirely disassociated from who they thought they knew Eren to be. It hurts so much to the point where I was like, I have to cling to the idea that he is doing this specifically to piss them off.
I have to cling to the idea that reality is wrong, basically. Like
little
that everything that is
yeah.
being told to us and to these characters and everything, that there has to be something behind it that basically says, no, all is not what it seems, right? That at some point the coin will be flipped over to the other side and it'll be like, okay, all right, we're in the clear, right? It has to. Right?
But the part that really broke me was the fact that Eren then brought up the idea of, well, Mikasa, do you realize how much of a slave you are? Mm-hmm. And not only that, I hate you.
Yeah.
I've hated you.
There was something that I couldn't put my finger on that just
pissed him off. Mm-hmm. And the part that hurts about this is that could be true.
Totally.
That
like when
part-
Armin went to punch Eren, she, put him in a lock and slammed him on the table.
Well, that's I think more related to the fact that she might not be truly free.
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
Well, right. I'm talking about the fact that the truth is more relating the fact that he hated her over the course of growing up.
Sure.
That there was this aspect of him feeling inadequate, that he wasn't capable of doing anything
And she
on
was
his own.
constantly doing
She was constantly
fantastic.
taking care of him and protecting him.
Oh yeah,
doing all this
someone
stuff.
being that clingy, you could definitely resent them when it's the
and
Uh-huh.
and yet we've seen so many moments with him where it comes down to the you feel a little bit inferior, Eren, because you're not able to do that much.
right.
But I think the reason why he chose to say this, meaning he's free, he's not overcome by some hatred of Mikasa that he feels like he has no choice but to say this. He is choosing to say this. Means that I think that he knew this would be the perfect thing to, break Mikasa's, desire to protect him, maybe.
Oh, like as some sick, like well, not necessarily
as a
sick,
Code
but
Geass style thing.
Yeah,
Like, I need you to see me as the enemy.
Right. Well, because one of the hardest part for me when I got to this point in the manga is how do I reconcile this with the Eren that we know?
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Because
really
Eren,
hard to.
Because Eren has been the heart of this show, right?
Well,
kind of.
I always thought Armin was.
Well, okay, Armin was the kind heart of this show.
Yes, that's true.
Eren was the raw heart of this show. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what carried it so much, right? In this situation, Eren has, and this is something that like he even brings up, right? Well, he brings it up of I'm free, but then Armin brings it up later of who's really free here, right? Like, and I love that so much because one, it's like, yes, Armin, hell yeah, you way to go.
Yeah, and he and Eren each carried the two wings, if you will, of freedom.
Right. And Eren, in a lot of ways, to make a reference to the title of this episode, he carried the savagery, right?
Yeah.
And the savagery wasn't always there, and that's why it hurt to see, right?
Right.
In this situation, how do you reconcile things like this with the ending of season 2, where Mikasa's full on about to kiss him, and he's like, "I'll wrap that scarf around you as many times as you need," right? You know, and
he does ignore her and then go on to.
Oh yeah, and he ignores her and all that stuff, and then it's like, you know, my shipper heart and everything. But he still goes and he stands up to the Titan that's about to squish him and goes to punch it, right?
Yeah.
Not knowing that, you know, that's actually going to save the day, right?
Right.
Like he's fully ready to be squished in that moment, and he still does it, right?
Yeah.
How do you reconcile that with this? You know, and
yeah. I think what it was is that back in season 3, he realized how not free he was. And in that moment where realizing as he's chained up and they're kind of
about to
showing
eat him. Yeah.
Well, they're
In
kind
the
of
cave.
showing him and stuff, like cuz they put their hands on his shoulders and stuff, and they kind of reveal to him the truth. I think in that moment he kind of realized how not free he was, how chained up he was, in some ways by his own desire for vengeance and all of this. But over the course of season 3, we very much see the Eren we've known and loved adjust and change.
And that's why the whole thing of when they're at the ocean and he's saying, "Hey, if we kill all the people over there, will we finally be free?"
Will we actually, finally be free?
And that's the beautiful juxtaposition of that scene.
That's what his goal was.
Right, that's what his goal is. And yet in this in that scene, everyone else is having fun as best they can, you know.
Well, yeah, keep going.
But Eren is the one who can't in that moment be free.
Well, one of the things that I feel like is easy to forget, but the reason originally why they were very much wanting to go and join the Scouts was a twofold bit. It was to primarily get revenge on the Titans. Eren was the one driving that.
Oh, sure.
They followed Eren. But one of the other things that was a
before
slight secondary thing, but before
revenge,
that, was the fact that Armin wanted to see the outside world, and Eren latched onto that. There was this part of Eren that went, yes, that, I want that. I need that. And that is freedom.
Yep.
That is essentially freedom. But when they get to the outside world, the beach, the water, the realization that the outside world is so much bigger than he could have ever imagined.
Scarier.
These things do not satisfy him.
Because
they are not freedom. They are just a beautiful painting.
Yeah,
Just a
in a lot of
image.
ways, are you, Eren, actually just a slave to the idea of freedom?
Could
you have been free a long time ago? You know, and even Zeke, when he comes to him in season 3, part 2, he says, "I will set you free from the cage that our father has kept you in," or something along those lines. But it was the idea that you are not free right now. I will set you free, right?
Right. And Eren looked out at the water and basically realized that
we're not free.
No, this is the reality of things, is we're not free, and we probably never will be free.
Right. And with thinking like that, it's very easy to see how he would despair.
Exactly. But he comes to them here at the table and says, "I am free." In present tense. Not the once I enact my plan, I will be free. That's what a villain says.
Sure.
That's what a villain says.
In a lot of ways, Eren has kind of figured it out by saying that, no. Right here, right now, I am free.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's not some conditional thing. I'm free.
But the scary thing is what he might also be saying is I am alone.
Sure.
And in order to be truly free, I might need to cast all of you off so that you cannot follow me.
And if Eren has
and you won't follow me.
And if Eren has some sense of this is what I need to do kind of a thing, right?
Yep.
And that's why he justifies the sacrifices.
Yeah.
Then you're not really free, Eren.
Nope,
you're not.
Exactly.
And that's Armin's point, right? And it's the you
Yeah.
have to use violence to solve the problem. That means you're admitting you're wrong.
Well,
isn't it?
No,
you can't win with words.
Not necessarily. That was the point I think they were saying with the guns. When it came to
with
them
Shadis,
is that they were trying to take away the freedom of
others,
of Shadis and others, in order to make them do the choice that they
right. And even when
here.
they think they're making the free choice of going with Floch, then he says,
Right.
"All right, now beat the shit out of Shadis."
Except the idea that Eren's, if anything, his modus operandi is fight.
Yes,
is fight.
That's his mission right
Titan.
now. Yep.
Like he is going to fight.
Yep.
Now, there is an oxymoron, there is a broken circular logic thing in that is, can you fight for freedom? Does that even work? Or is that actually
might be a bit easier than fighting for peace, but you know,
right. But is that actually all we can do? It almost goes back to the whole Mikasa thing of this world is cruel,
but also
very,
very
beautiful.
Yeah, and also the whole idea of the hunting, right? You know, those are the rules of nature, right?
Yep.
In the law of the jungle, right? You know, you fight so that you can be free. Right?
Right.
But the thing is that your freedoms start to butt up against other people's freedoms, and then what wins?
Yeah, and that's... This is where you could get into the Ava stuff here. Oh my god, I don't even want to go there. I'm going to save that for more of the discussion side of things.
But I think it can be summed up in, does Eren want freedom for himself, or does he want freedom for others?
Right.
Because right here, he could say that he is free, but he is making a whole lot of other people very much not free. He's literally taking a bunch of people that he cared about, and locking them up in cages.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like freedom is your top priority.
Which means then that
as an ideal anyway.
He is looking past this towards something else. And we need to see what that is. And with what they're hinting at with Zeke, and the idea that we could get some Zeke backstory here, and Zeke's mission, that like I want to almost immediately just stop the discussion here and just be like, I need to go watch the next episode right now, because I'll bet you they're going to go into all of that there. With that whole thing of some guy playing baseball with Zeke.
Who had the same glasses, and then like...
Oh, he had the same glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, those were Zeke's glasses?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. They've got that very distinctive design to them, and then
can I see
and then
that then?
afterwards, after Zeke got blown up by the Thunder Spears.
They are.
Yeah, and Zeke was like, "Where are my glasses?" And Levi was like, "Who gives a shit about your glasses?" Yeah. No.
Okay, loose theories here, because I don't know what to make of this guy other than he looks like he's a Marleyan, potentially. I thought it was going to be something where they were going to show that this was like...
no, he's got an armband.
Oh, he does have an armband, so he's an
and
Eldian. Okay.
It looks...
It's red.
Yeah, it's
red. It's 100% red.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I think I know what's going on here.
Yeah.
This is who trained Zeke.
Okay.
This is who trained Zeke.
All
so
right.
This was either like the previous Beast Titan, or this was someone who was just another Titan from before, like the current generation or what have you, who was like the leader at the time. Like maybe the armored Titan of back then was the current, captain or what have you.
Right.
Because they've never had a Beast Titan like, Zeke before.
the Wonder Boy.
Yeah, exactly. But he's definitely then a Titan shifter. But my other weird theory is that Zeke's book, just a random thing for him to say, "Oh, I've read this 7 times."
Yeah, it's almost like the kind of thing where you'd expect to look at it and it to be the same book that Historia was reading, and it's like, why is there this random story about a girl and the devil of all Earth or whatever?
No, not at all. Not at all. 100% the idea that if Zeke is the wizard, this is his spell book of things that he needs to remember. This is his guidebook.
Okay.
Like this is his plan.
Like a paths journal of because of my royal blood, these are the memories that I've gotten from previous Titans and things. These are the things that I need to remember that are the core aspects of myself.
Right.
So that I don't forget them. Because
and they could all just be things that came from that Liberio conversation too.
Sure, okay. Because one of the things that it's like this is the guidebook to the Zeke, Eren plan,
exactly.
Right? Don't forget these details.
Right.
Okay.
Why would he read it over and over and over again?
Well, and
especially if he's a dead man walking.
Sure. But then also 7 times is a lot, but it's not crazy a ton.
It's actually not that many
It's
times.
It's not crazy a ton. It's not like you obsess over this book all the time, and
right.
blah 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 blah. But I like that.
Isn't that cool?
like that a lot.
Guys, we're gonna go watch the next episode's reaction right now. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. We're gonna get the next one up as fast as possible. Thank you so much to our editor. Please shout out our editor in the comments. Y'all are amazing there. We are not doing any featured comments for this video because we're recording the next one.
Featured comments will be in the next one because
exactly.
And just as a final thing of things to just shout out from this episode. Armin actually punching Eren, beating the shit out of him.
Freaking
and then that fight that they got into, that was heart-wrenching.
That animation.
The animation, seeing it again, oh my god. Oh. Then 2, Shottis. Oh, you think a bunch of you little tots will be able to take me?
Yeah.
That was great, and then just hard cutting. And of course, the Titans falling and all that.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We'll do a big discussion bit on Monday on our Twitch channel for more in-depth stuff there. But take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. If you want to get on our Discord, watch full-length timer version of this reaction, check out the links in the description below for our Patreon.
Yes.
But yeah, Attack on Titan.
Oh boy.
See ya.